CT podcast. Today I'm going to be breaking down all the Kansas City Chiefs signings so far, some more moves the Kansas City Chiefs need to make this offseason.
65 toss power trap. That might pop wide open, Rats.
Kansas City Chiefs absolutely phenomenal.
Well, everybody, it's been a pretty busy offseason for the Kansas City Chiefs so far, as the Kansas City Chiefs have signed some linebackers, some safeties. I've got some work done on the defensive side, and we're going to break that all down right now. The first player that I'm going to talk about that they just recently signed is Drue Tranquill. He's coming from the Los Angeles Chargers to a one-year deal. 28 years old, had the best season of his career last year with the Chargers. He could end up being just a rental guy, but I really like he's a veteran. He's been around for the Chargers. And he had a great season last year. He had 95 tackles. Now you're looking at your linebacker crew with Leo Chenal, Tranquill. You have Willie Gay and Nick Bolton. That is a big time linebacking crew. I know I'm forgetting some of the other guys over there on our linebacking crew that came in for Willie Gay that played great, but a great linebacking crew right now. We have a great linebacking crew. So I love what they've done there, bringing this guy in. 95 tackles last year, 5 sacks, playing at such a high level last year. That is a great pickup for the Kansas City Chiefs. Moving on, they signed a one-year deal with Mike Edwards, the safety from Tampa Bay. A really great tackle type guy, not the best coverage guy, but I like Mike Edwards. They needed a safety. Juan Thornhill out. They'll probably end up drafting another safety. You also have Brian Cook, Brian Cook is a hard-hitting safety. I like Brian Cook a lot. So what are they going to do at the safety position? Are they going to draft one, or are they going to plug Brian Cook in there? Obviously, they still have Justin Reed on the other side, but Brian Cook, I feel like, could be the future guy at the safety position in Kansas City. And then on the offensive line, they got Jawaan Taylor, baby. Jawaan Taylor's coming to the Kansas City Chiefs on a 4-year deal. I like the move. Some people are saying that, this guy, it's not going to work out in Kansas City. He's not the best player. Let's just see how the deal works out. You never know what you got. I trust Brett Veach. Look what he's done each and every offseason. So he's there for a 4-year, $80 million deal, so just about $20 million a year. Orlando Brown is moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now he's got to play the Kansas City Chiefs next year. We'll see how the Chiefs attack him, because the Chiefs did get some edge rushers. We're going to talk about that here in a second. So they got some edge rushers as well. That's Charles Omenihu. Charles Omenihu from the 49ers, who's drafted by Houston in the 2018 season. I like this move. Big physical guy, 2-year deal, $16 million. That's roughly around $8 million a year. So getting Charles Omenihu is a big pickup. They needed that Frank Clark replacement. Looks like they got it. Omenihu had just about 5 sacks last year. He's 11 career sacks in over 4 years in the league. Has been injured a little bit here and there in his career. I wouldn't say he's an injury-prone player, but he has had his fair share of injuries. But overall, I would say this was a great pickup for the Kansas City Chiefs. They re-signed Nick Allegretti. They bring him back as well. Then there's the other part where what are they going to do at backup quarterback? What are they going to do at receiver? What are they going to do at the right tackle position? Because it looks like Jawaan Taylor is going to play the left tackle position. So my thing is, what are the Kansas City Chiefs going to do, first of all, at the backup QB position? If you guys are looking for the best jerseys for the best prices, make sure you guys go check out Jaden's Jerseys. We have all your favorite teams in NBA, NFL, MLB, and college football and basketball. Best prices and the best quality. So make sure you guys go check out all of our selections at Jaden Jerseys right now. We're just about to go over some of the backup QB options for the Kansas City Chiefs. We know that they have Shane Buechele back there with Chad Henne returning. Shout out Chad Henne. Is a great player for the Kansas City Chiefs over the years. So just want to have a big shout out to him. Basically got a playoff win in 2020 versus the Cleveland Browns. He came in for about 3 quarters and played absolutely phenomenal for the Kansas City Chiefs. So shout out my man, Chad Henne. He has retired. So that leaves a QB vacancy. Here's a list of QBs that could end up in a Chiefs uniform as a backup. There's Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, I feel like, would be a good fit for 1 year. You get him on a 1 year, $5 million, $2 million deal. And he kind of gets with Andy Reid and he gets with Matt Nagy and he learns how to be a QB again. He gets a good system for maybe a year or two, and then he can be a starter somewhere else again. But I think that's a good choice for the Kansas City Chiefs. Carson Wentz, we know Patrick Mahomes can get banged up here and there. I like Shane Buechele as well. I'm going to get to him, talk a little bit about him. But not the best season for Carson Wentz last year. He had a 62.3 completion percentage, 1,755 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interception, and 6.36 yards per attempt. But I think he would be a good option at the backup QB position. There's another big-time veteran, Matt Ryan, but I don't really see Matt Ryan being an option. He's been in the league in a while, and I don't know if he'd want to really be a backup rather than just retire. You also have Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater has been such a reliable backup. He was at Miami last year. I would love for the Chiefs to bring in a guy like Teddy Bridgewater. Good veteran. He's been in a lot of great locker rooms. He'd be good for Mahomes. You also have Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is a pretty reliable QB. He started 10 games in his in 4 seasons. So I would like he would be a solid backup for the Kansas City Chiefs. You also have a veteran like Joe Flacco. Blaine Gabbert. What are they going to do? What is the Bucs going to do with Blaine Gabbert? He's been around a while, been consistent. Chase Daniels. I know I've seen him broadcast, and I don't know if he's retired, but it has him on here. Chase Daniels in Kansas City before. I'd love to see Chase Daniels get in there for Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Allen, he's with the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll probably end up re-signing him, but Brandon Allen's a solid guy. You also have a QB like Josh Johnson, who's been on 1,000 different teams. He's played for 13 different teams, but he keeps finding work. So you have a guy like Josh Johnson. Nate Sudfeld was a backup in Detroit. That's another good option. So there's some options for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then you have your in-house option with Shane Buechele. Shane Buechele, yeah, I really like what he did in the preseason. I think he'd be a valuable backup, especially now that you have these week 18 games, and now it's a 17-game season. You're going to have a backup sometimes, especially if it's a good team, comes and plays that last game or plays 3 quarters in that last game. If you don't have the home field, if you have the home field advantage, they're going to have to play that last game to get these guys reps. So I would like to see a good backup in Kansas City, backing up Patrick Mahomes, so they have that insurance. And then there's the wide receiver position. You can still trade for a guy like Deontay Johnson. Then there's DeAndre Hopkins. That's a big one floating around. OBJ. I'm very curious to see what Kansas City does at the wide receiver position. We did end up losing a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster. Shout out Juju. He had a great season with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's moving on to New England. And then what are they going to do with McCole Hardman? Are they going to bring McCole Hardman back? So I'm interested to see what they do there. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, what the Kansas City Chiefs should do at some of these positions. Even there's tight end available. So comment below, guys, and I'm interested to see your thoughts. All right, guys, that'll do it on today's video of the TPT podcast. We're going to be back with some more videos this week, trying to get some more guests on the show so we can provide the best content, the best analysis for you guys here on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check us out on all of our social media as well. I will see you guys next time on the TPT podcast.